one of the most prolific film composers, maybe up there with John Williams. He's been around for a long time, just passed away, I think, a few years ago. But he's probably best known for the spaghetti westerns that were done with Clint Eastwood. But after that, he went on, wrote all kinds of works for film and for dramatic, other dramatic purposes. A lot of people don't know this, but he wrote classical, or what they would call more contemporary absolute music for orchestras and wind bands. And I was surprised, you know, everybody knows how to Google, and I learned that myself. You can go look him up and find out some more things that you thought you knew. I found out that he was quite a well-known jazz trumpet player in the 40s and 50s. His father was a jazz trumpet player, and that makes him especially loved by trumpet players. And even more surprising, I found that he had written a trumpet concerto, and it seems to be pretty well received. It's been played by much of the European orchestras have featured it, but it's called Ut, U-T, which means C, which I'm guessing the piece is in the key of C. Big surprise. But it's some sort of surprising to find some of this music that you weren't even aware of. We're going to play two pieces. The first one is called Once Upon a Time in America, and it's a medley of themes from the movie, and the movie that had Robert De Niro and a bunch of other well-known actors. I think it was about 1995 it came out. So here's that, and then in a minute I'll tell you about Conradiana, the next one. next arrangement from Morcone features our, not a trumpet player, clarinet. We're going to do a clarinet today. Brave clarinet fans. This is a piece that was written for a movie, again, called Nostromo, and it's Conradiana. It featured Andre Bocelli on a tenor, beautiful tenor solo. He wasn't available today, so Ryan decided to step in, and he's going to play the part. Ryan does a lot of duties for us. He's in the percussion section. You'll hear him here. You can hear him a little bit later on baritone saxophone. The only saxophone you'll hear today, because this is a brass band, but there is no way to replace the baritone saxophone. They just don't make a trumpet that looks or sounds like that. So you'll hear him a little later on that. This is Conradiana. Next piece, the Brave Matador. This recording was made famous by Rafael Mendez and his twin sons. Another thing I didn't know, maybe I knew and forgot, but he had two twin sons who were also fine virtuoso trumpet players, and they recorded this on an album in 1957. And it was very popular at the time. It was made even more popular more recently by a trumpet trio that was made up of Arturo Sandoval, Jen Lindemann, and I can't remember the third one. It was done for several fundraisers, Cancer Blows. Warren Balfour was the other one. Okay. That was the one. A name you can't forget. So, we have our virtuosos here today, and you're going to hear what those famous virtuosos sounded like back in the day. We've got them here today. Okay, and we've got Rich Ward, we've got Mike Jr. and Steve Vines. Okay. and hundreds of other songs of the day. He's very prolific, and so he wrote this, and it was very popular. It became more popular later with Nat King Cole, with his singing. And we have a beautiful arrangement of it by a trumpet player by the name of Eric Mayashiro. And it was written for 21 trumpets. And we actually had a little bit of percussion and rhythm section added to it. So it's a beautiful piece, and it's going to feature Andrew Chernak, our trumpet player here. And so enjoy this one. It's a very unique arrangement of Smile. next we have a very beautiful piece that's gone through a lot of different versions. Malegueña was originally composed by a Cuban composer. See the mess I made here? A Cuban composer by Ernesto Laconia. And the arrangement we're playing now is the result of the great Stan Kenton band going through all kinds of changes in the 50s and 60s. They started adding what at the time seemed more avant-garde, and there were things that hadn't been done before. There was an instrument called a mellophonium. It was a great grandfather to the mellophones. We got one up there. That big horn's got a lot of feel, a lot of soul, and so the Stan Kenton band had a whole rank of those in the band as well. It has it became a little bit more contemporary and more modern, more in tune when they made it into a mellophone instead of a mellophonium. Had a few differences. This arrangement was based on the Stan Kenton Bill Holman arrangement, but written by a composer Klassen for all brass. so good today is we've got the best rhythm section you could go out and find. Most of these guys are from the faculty here at Cuesta College. We have George Stone on piano, we have Ken Hustad on bass, and Jim Stromberg on drums. They're going to play just a couple of really nice jazz standards for you, just to kind of let you get in the groove again and put your feet up and relax. I know some people had their feet up already. You can put them back. It's okay. Just relax and listen to a couple of nice tunes from them, and then we'll come back and do some more.
tune is usually played as a real burner. It's a real test of ability and agility, dedication, responsibility, all things that I don't have. So we're going to play it as a more of a Latin samba style, which we hope you'll still enjoy. It's called Cherokee. Ready? Yeah, right.
should give full credit to the entire staff here at Cuesta. They make such a professional show for us, and we really appreciate it. So, first of all, out in the box office, took care of us with Joy and Matt. The house manager is Paul. The sound is being run by Aaron. Light by Allison. The stage manager is Emma. Keith, Carla, Joan, and Judy are the ushers. And Clark Stewart is the man in charge. And he runs everything here. We thank them so much for everything they do. We appreciate it. This next piece we're going to play, very happy to have it. 2 years ago, we commissioned a very fine composer of film and big band arrangements. And we wanted something special for Warren Balfour, who's kind of made us what we are. And so in honoring him, and we have had this dedicated to him, we're going to have it played in a minute here. It's called War and Peace. The composer is Stan Bannon. Like I say, he's a well-known film and concert jazz composer. And this was published just recently, finally published, and it's been on the market for groups like ours, or even small groups. I think could probably play it, but it was arranged for us. It has caught on and has been played and performed quite a bit. Just out of coincidence, a week from today in Minneapolis, the longtime principal trumpet player with that orchestra, Manny Loreno, is playing this piece with the Twin Cities Trumpet Ensemble. So somebody thought enough of it, and we love it, and we love hearing Warren play it. So we're going to play now War and Peace. tunes on the program are big band jazz tunes written for big bands, 40s, 50s, and into the 60s. They each are a little different. I'm not going to stop and announce each one so much, but we will announce maybe some of the soloists and some of what they are. This first one here is Along Came Betty, written by Benny Golson. nonprofit 501(c)(3), and this enables us now to accept tax deductible donations. And we're hoping that this enables us to continue to grow some of our audience and do charitable efforts such as providing instruments to young players and lesson scholarships for some of the enthusiastic students that we're able to. Jessica Hustad, our media and fundraising expert, has made it easy to help our cause. The QR code on the back of your program, don't lose that program. On the back of that program, the QR code, you can scan that, and it will accept any small donation of any kind. And we truly appreciate the size of any gift. It helps us to continue our mission. And our mission is to try to increase live performance and music education awareness in San Luis Obispo County. So when you can and when you feel like it, give us a little bump.